Alright, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have Lone Wolf Custom Gear Wolfpack. Now, I've wanted to review this pack for a very long time. It's very expensive, it's hard to get, and I wanted to get it and just see what all the hype is about. Is it really worth $300? That's a lot of money for a whitetail pack. So let's go ahead and get stuck in, and we'll go over the pack. Alright, so here we have it, the Wolfpack. So this is, just to get it out of the way, this is a $300 pack. Very expensive. I consider this a luxury item. This is not an item that a lot of people can afford, or maybe they can afford it and they just don't want to pay that kind of price to, have a pack for whitetail hunting out of a tree stand. It was hard for me to purchase this pack, to be honest with you. It took me a long time. I wanted to review it. I wanted to use it. And just so you guys know, I actually took this down to Kentucky for my, I was down there for 3 days, but I tree stand hunted 2 of the days, and I use this pack every day. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to get it, take it down, actually use it and give it a fair shake before I kind of, I was having that struggle with the price. $300, is it really worth it? Last season I hunted with the Badlands Pursuit pack, I think it's called, $100 pack, and it served my needs totally perfect. I mean, I think that's a great, alternative to this. Maybe we'll compare them one day, but I wanted to check this out. This is designed to work on the Lone Wolf Custom Gear stands, the 1.0, the 0.5, 2.0. It's all integrated with the hook system to sit right on there, and it sits right on the shelf. So it's really a minimalist style, run and gun, hang and bang type of pack. I mean, this is the type of pack you're going to use to go after deer in true mobile hunting fashion. For an example, one of the people that I really look up to is Dan Infalt, and he doesn't even take a pack when he hunts. He goes out and just fills his pockets with whatever he needs, camera, flashlight, and that's it. You don't need to take a lot of stuff. And Andre's the same way, and Cody, they don't need, that's not what this mobile hunting is all about. You see these guys with these ginormous packs that you could, go mountaineering hunting with, and you're just going out there for like, typically 4 or 5 hours on if you're a mobile hunter like me, you're going in for a morning hunt, maybe you hunt 6 hours, and then you're going to go scout, and then you're going to go for an evening hunt for like 4 or 5 hours. I mean, what really do you need? So this is the ultimate minimalist pack. And I tell you what, when I got it, I saw it go on Facebook Marketplace, and I immediately bid on it, kind of just blacked out, ordered it, got it. The guy shipped it to me. I had it in like 2 days. So this is not direct from Custom Gear, but the guy never used it, and he was a trusted seller on Marketplace. So I got it, and I was kind of like giddy to open it. I was like, holy smokes. When I saw it, I could see it in the box. It was in a plastic bag. I pulled it out, and it was impressive to see, because you can't go in a store and see this stuff. You can't, unless your buddy has one. The only way to get like a real non-biased review is to watch these videos. So anyway, I got the pack. I immediately took it out. I was really just blown away with the stitching there. It looks really cool. I love having the red on there, made in the USA, which is really nice to see. The whole color scheme here I think is perfect. I love the black. I love this is, I think, 450 ripcord material, whatever the heck that means. It's supposed to be water resistant. So when I was on my Kentucky hunt on day 2, it actually rained. It was off and on raining all morning. And it was never like a torrential downpour, but it was enough rain to kind of like, I had to take my camera and put it away in my bag. And I never had anything wet inside. So, and it definitely was getting rained on. And so, they claim it to be water resistant, and so far, I can concur with that. 450 ripstock material, like I said, whatever that means. It feels almost like, the material that you have on like a cot. Like if you ever had like a camping cot, it feels kind of like that material. It's pretty quiet. I mean, it's a little bit rough. I did notice one morning in Kentucky, it was 58 degrees that morning, and I noticed the pack was a little bit noisier than it would be if it was like 70 degrees. So that's something that we're definitely gonna have to keep an eye on. How does the pack perform, like say in 30 degrees? This thing is like 1,300 cubic inches, so it's quite small. There's not a lot of pack here. It's pretty small, and that's what guys are having the problem with, you know, spending $300 and getting a 1300 cubic inch backpack. I mean, it's a small pack, but you know, the whole premise is that the features are what, you know, is going to justify the price. And to be honest with you, everybody knows that having something made in the USA, hand stitched, you know, low volume, it's going to be expensive. You know, there was actually a tag on the bottom of this, and it says Horn Hunter on it. So I don't know if you're familiar with the Horn Hunter, you know, bino harnesses and that company and that brand, but it looks like Horn Hunter's making this. So who knows what Andre gets them for? Maybe he's getting them for $200 a pack, and then he's, you know, he's got to mark them up for $100 so he can make some money. I don't know. So this pack actually has 18 compartments, and right off the rip, you see that there's 2 right up top. Oh, one thing I'll notice too is there a lot of thought went into this pack. I can't stand, you know, zippers that make a bunch of noise, and this is just paracord, and it works great. No issues. I think I have a K's 2.0 pack. I think I'm actually going to change my zippers out to paracord because, you know, there's a little bit of noise from the buckles bouncing around, but I mean, there's no other noise. And this is actually an extra buckle. I could take these off. I honestly don't even know what these are for, but we'll get to that. So right off the rip, you got 18 compartments. You got 2 felt line compartments right here. They're great for, you know, flashlights. You put your phone in there. I don't know if you guys can see this, but when you look on here, I mean, your pocket's right there. So if you got something big and bulky right there, the one thing I did notice in Kentucky is that if you have something big, bulky right here, when you open this main pocket up, it does interfere with getting stuff in and out. And that became a problem for me because I was filming and I was using that camera right there, and that's a DSLR camera, and it's a bigger bodied frame camera, and it was hard to get in and out. So, you know, that's something you got to think about. If you're filming your hunts and you got camera gear and you got a bunch of stuff, this pack does fill up pretty quick. I mean, to be honest with you, but keep moving along here. So cool on here, you got the Wolfpack DeQuisto series. I just got a couple of these little tiny little binders. I always like to have a few extra. There's MOLLE all over this thing, and we'll talk about the MOLLE features at the end because I might try to take advantage of this in later season. Also, you know, Kifaru makes a really cool pouches that you can put on here, and I might get some of those as well. So on this big front compartment here, you know, this is probably where I'm gonna put, you know, maybe some snacks and my straps. I don't like putting my straps on my sticks. I like to put them in my pockets on my bag. So I'm probably gonna put all my straps in here. There's also a spot where you can put SD cards. So this is MOLLE that's sewn in, and it's got the bottom sewn, so you can put your SD cards in there. It's kind of a cool feature. I don't know if I'll use that or not because I have, you know, one of those small SD cases, but you know, if I want to be minimalist, I could take advantage of that. And I think as long as you're careful, that those SD cards would probably be okay. Cool little spot for a patch. And then I don't know if you guys can see this, but right here there's these little loops, and I don't know what they're called. There's little loops here that you can actually clip in, you know, some sort of a ratcheting system down. So I actually picked some of these up, and I was talking to one of the Custom Gear Pro Staff guys, and he said, hey, Kifaru makes some, you know, some lashing straps. And that's kind of the one thing that I don't like about this pack is, you know, there's some stuff here on the side for lashing things down, but there's no, you know, there's no lashing cables here. So like, because this pack is so small, you know, where are you going to put your coat? Where are you going to put, like, if you wanted to take an extra layer, like a bib layer or something in later season, how are you going to haul that stuff? You're just going to kind of drape it over your stand, you know. So with these, for later season, I'll be able to put these either on the front, or I could even put them, there's some on the bottom as well, here and here, so I can lash something to the bottom, lash something to the front. And I really like that. That's just the nice thing about the Badlands pack, is it has that already on it. So, and I use that a lot. What the? So I was editing my video, and it was really bothering me that it doesn't come with some sort of lashing, you know, compression type straps. And you know, I remember seeing somewhere that it actually does. So it comes with one that runs on top, and this is actually a cool design. I can't believe I missed it, but there's straps that are in the shoulder straps here, so you can put a coat or bibs or something on here, and you can actually, when you pull it off your stand, you can fold it out of the way, and then you can still access, you know, what you need to get from your main compartment. So that was a pretty big goof on my part, but basically these straps are right here. So, and when they're not in use, you buckle them down, you take the slack out of them, and then the slack in the back here, you grab it up on this loop and you push it down in there. So then it takes and holds all your slack out of the way. And then when you're done, you have a nice clean look. I mean, it's actually a pretty ingenious feature. I don't know how great it's gonna work when you have, you know, a coat plus bibs. So that's why I added the Kafaru, you know, compression straps. I'll be able to put my bibs here and my coat here. So had to make another re-edit to show you guys that really cool feature. Also, another thing that I missed is these straps here. So it comes with additional straps, and it's got a loop end on the other side, so you can actually go through and you can girth hitch this right to the bottom of your stand. So then when you put this bag on your stand on the pack, this will be attached to your tree stand, and then you can lock it in so the bag's not flopping around. So two cool features, actually two really cool features that I missed on the initial review. You know, sometimes when you're editing these videos, you kind of look back and go, that doesn't make sense. Why would it not have that? You do a little research, found out that it is, so that's why it's a new day, new edit, and let's get back to the original video. You know, looking inside, it's gonna be hard for me to show you guys, so I'll just cut to another scene. But inside there's actually a divider in here. So there's a little foam piece in here that's sewn together, and then it's got some Velcro straps in here, so you can actually divide the inside of this pack. And then on the inside, on both left and right, there's, you know, little sub pockets in there, so they're just stitched in there. There's also some pockets on the back side, so you can slide, you know, things like flashlights. You can put like a power bar in there. You know, there's a bunch of organization inside the main compartment. There's also two Velcro spots right in here. I'm not 100% sure what those are for, if that's for some sort of an accessory. I'm not 100% sure. There is also right here, this is supposed to be some sort of pack light that you can buy. I don't know if it's even an accessory yet on the Custom Gear site, but you're supposed to be able to mount a little like push button internal light that you can see into your bag, like, you know, when it's dark. I really like how they have these two hooks here. It's always nice to have redundancy, you know, so you can hang your bag up. I like when there's two. It makes me feel more comfortable, you know, especially when I first climb in a tree. I got all this money in here. I got, you know, a couple cameras, I got a pocket arm, all this stuff, and I like to be able to hang this on the tree and feel confident in it. So one of the really cool features is there's two big pockets on the sides, and like I said, they have these lashing areas right here, so you can, you know, I put my pocket arm on this side, and then you just reef it down, and it was 100% secure, wasn't going to fall out. Even with the fluid head on there, I didn't have to take my fluid head off. And then in this side, I went ahead and I put my water bottle over here. And then there's also, in each of these, there's subdivided another pocket. So you could stick, if you had like a little mini tripod, you could stick that in there. You could stick power bars, you could stick GoPro rods, you could stick selfie sticks, anything like that. So this pack is not really designed so much to be carried on your back. Now you can carry it on your back. There are two backpack straps, and they actually feel pretty good. They feel nice, they feel strong. You can see the stitching in here. There's additional padding added, and it's a really, you know, nice looking backpack straps for being such a small pack. You're gonna have this hanging off your tree stand. Now they put in some D-rings here. There's a lot of adjustability. There are where you can, I don't know what this thing's called, but I absolutely love this. This is critical right here to have. So if you say you wanted to go scouting or something, you could just throw this on very easily, and you can cinch this down. All right, so I'm a super large dude, not a little guy. So you can see, I mean, I'm sure I make this thing look absolutely tiny, and it is. I mean, it is a tiny freaking pack, but you know, it serves that purpose, that run and gun, sneaking in whitetail hunt, and you know, it's definitely a need for some guys. So one of the other features they talk about is this opens up here, and you can go ahead and you can shove these backpack straps. You can actually take them off. And I didn't bother with this when I was in Kentucky, to be honest with you. I just, oops, wrong one. I just didn't feel the need that it was necessary. And that's probably because I've been hunting my whole life with backpacks, and I have never needed, you know, or thought about having removable straps to take off and get out of the way. But I mean, some guys might like that feature. So it also comes with some additional straps on each side. I'm not 100% sure what these are for. It just has a little loop on the end here. I probably should figure that out because I do not know what that's for. All right, so flipping over the pack, down here there's actually 2 pockets on either side, and it's got a little strap here, and you pull it out, and this is your waist strap. So if you want to use this as a backpack, there's one on each side. Pull it out, and then you can put it on and actually use it like a regular backpack. I don't typically use waist straps. You know, even when I would hunt with my Lone Wolf Assault 2 and I had the MOLLE straps, I ended up taking the waist strap off. I just didn't feel like it was helpful at all. So for me personally, I probably won't use that. This has a buckle here, so you can buckle this. I guess it's just to keep it together. I'm not sure exactly why that's there. And there's also another hook here. So I don't know if that's to hang it up on your, you know, at home on your coat rack or whatever. So you can see on the side here, you got MOLLE. Even right here, there's MOLLE all over this thing. So guys like their MOLLE, you know, for putting on accessories. I haven't done a bunch with MOLLE, but I did pick up this Kafaru, I can't remember what it's called. Their names are so goofy, but I just thought this would be perfect for putting my GoPro in and, you know, quick, you know, when I'm walking into the tree stand to set up or stuff, I often have a GoPro on a stick, and I need it to be kind of quick access, so I was thinking about putting it on here so I could, you know, grab it out of here pretty easy. All right, so one of the other things I noticed is that there's these black like grommets here, and I kind of thought they were just like drains or something, but apparently they can serve a purpose. So I don't know if you could actually fit your charging cord through there. Maybe if you have an iPhone, because the iPhone's pretty small, so you'd be able to have like an external charger in your pack and then the cord coming out the side. But I was talking to one of the custom gears guys, and he said that you can actually put a Doyle's gear hoist in here and run this through. So I don't use a Doyle's gear hoist, but maybe that's something that would be helpful for you. Is it worth it? 300 bucks, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to spend on a whitetail pack. Usually when you're spending 300 bucks, you're getting some sort of a big frame pack, you know, at least starter pack for heading out west. 300 bucks to hunt whitetails. Is it worth it? I think, yes, I think it's worth it if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, don't feel like you have to buy this. You don't have to buy this. There's guys going out there and they're killing bigger bucks than I've ever seen with Walmart, Field Line, Field Stream, or whatever they're called, packs. You don't have to buy this. You know, it's one of those things. Do you need a custom gear stand? No. Do you want a custom gear stand? Yes. Do you need a Wolfpack? No. Do you want a Wolfpack? Yes. If you can afford a Wolfpack, then get a Wolfpack. I think that the quality's definitely there. I think that this is going to last a long time as long as you take care of it. I see no issues in here. When I look at everything, all the stitching looks really good. You know, I kind of look at this and it reminds me of a really high-end saddle. That, you know, those high-end saddles, those custom, you know, like a TX5 saddle. You look at the stitching and it's so impressive. And that's kind of the same thing here. I mean, everything looks on point. I feel like it's built really well. I think it's going to last a long time. And yeah, if you want one, if you can get one, then go for it. If you can't afford it, then get a different option. Get that Badlands Pursuit pack. Or if you don't want to spend $100 bucks, go to Walmart. Get a Walmart bag. Get a fanny pack. You know, get whatever you can afford. I think that this is a good pack. And part of the reason that I bought this is I really wanted to force myself to be more minimalist. I don't take a ton of stuff when I go out and hunt, but sometimes I take a little more than I probably need. And a lot of it is because I film for, you know, making YouTube videos, so I have to take extra stuff. I'm always taking extra cameras. Sometimes I got extra batteries, but I really want to cut down and be more minimalist this year, and that's why I chose this pack. And you know, I'm not associated with Custom Gear. I don't work for them. I don't do anything. You know, this pack I got on my own. It's not something that they, you know, sent me or anything like that. I just wanted to make a review, a non-biased review, and say, you know, I think it's a good pack. For the price, I think it's probably a little small, to be honest. I think for 300 bucks, you should be getting a little bit bigger of a pack. I think if they just kind of step this up like 20%, it wouldn't really add that much weight. I think this weighed at 2.5 pounds. You know, if you got this at 3 pounds, if you made it 20% bigger, it would be like 100% perfect, I think. It's a little small, but I like it. I like the way it looks. And you know, one of the things I didn't even mention is how it just stands up on its own. How many times have you been at the base of your tree and your pack just keeps flopping over, making noise? This hopefully is going to help you on your mobile hunting. You know, everything's designed to be quiet. You know, the zippers, no zippers quiet, but you know, having these paracord loops here, all the little features in here, I think it's definitely a good option. You just have to ask yourself, is it worth $300 to you? If it is, then buy it. If it's not, don't buy it. I don't know. I think I'm going to hold on to this one for a while. I've already used the Kentucky. I want to use it again. I don't know if it's going to hold up, you know, in late season. When I have all this clothes on here, you know, I still have to get these on and installed, see how these work out. You know, these buckles on here, these Kafaru straps, I mean, that's loud as hell. I mean, you could be quiet about it, but yeah, you can definitely be quiet about it, but you know, are they going to make a bunch of noise rattling? I don't know. You know, I've never really, to be honest with you, I've never really used MOLLE. I don't know, you know, I know how it goes on. Hopefully, like if this thing falls off and I have a $400 GoPro in there, I'll be pretty pissed. So it's going to be some more testing. I think what I'll probably do is make another video just showing you guys how I pack this up, what I take. I think it can be helpful for some people. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this video because I'm getting destroyed by mosquitoes and the fly hatch happened. So there's like flying ants all over the place. But you know, this is a review. Hopefully it was helpful. If not, butcher me down in the comments below. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Peace.